Dubrovnik for the next 2 days. This morning we've been working a little bit, taking some calls, but now we're heading out for the day. We're going on a little to long, I mean it's around 30 minutes, I think 30 to 40 minutes walk to Lapad, I believe it's called. It's meant to have some beautiful beaches there, and also Aiden needs to go and get his haircut. So I'm not quite sure what you can hear here because it is very, very windy, but we've just come to Lapad. The beach over there is absolutely stunning, but not many people in the water. So we're going to just take a little walk around, see if we can get hot enough to maybe take a dip or find a nice spot to have a drink. But this is signposted as a walking trail, so we're going to walk along it.
When we went to the barber, it's called Rebel Barber, the one that I wanted to go to, and they didn't have an appointment, so he said, yep, there's a barber across the road. We walked over there, and yeah, this is kind of the result of that. So I think I'm just a skinhead now, but
nice fade.
So apparently this is a fade, but definitely not a fade. Yeah, this is my new European haircut. Well, hopefully it grows out quickly enough.
There's also down along this walking trail all of these little platforms where you can jump. There's some steps down there as well, so if you want to go a little bit more offbeat and a little bit more Croatian style, because all along this coastline it's pretty much either rocky pebble beaches, which are quite difficult to get in and out of, or you basically go cliff jumping. So I think we're maybe going to try and save the cliff jumping for in the old town, but yeah, it's really beautiful here. Walking along the coastal walk here, and we found this really cute looking bar. It's called the Cave Bar. It's attached to a 5-star restaurant as well, so we've just stopped off, got a lovely rosé wine, and this is actually very blush, which I personally love. It's a lot more refreshing than the ones we were drinking in Montenegro, but just enjoying the view, soaking up a little bit of sunlight. We've got some shade as well, and pretty average pricing. I think this glass of wine was like 7 or 8 euros, I think, so a little bit more expensive of course than some other places that we've been to, but you're paying for the view, I guess. We've just entered into the old town of Dubrovnik, and the one thing we noticed was just the sheer amount of tourists that are here. And we're here in May as well, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like in June. But so far it looks incredibly beautiful, and there's all these amazing historical buildings, so excited to take a little walk around.
So yeah, I just love these small laneways that they have all over the old town. Narrow, real cute. But yeah, they got these everywhere.
On all these laneways, there's all beautiful restaurants, bars, so I'm sure we'll find ourselves in one of those later on.
So, you know, for those of you that have watched Game of Thrones, this is the famous stairs.
She comes before you with a solemn heart.
Where Cersei was basically had to walk through the entire city of King's Landing completely naked. And this is where they filmed it. So yeah, the walk of shame, obviously quite famous. Shame, shame, shame.
I myself have never seen Game of Thrones, but I have seen some of the clips from that, and I do know that a lot of the other scenes from Game of Thrones were filmed here in Dubrovnik and also in Split, which we will be heading to later on this week as well.
So when they filmed that scene in Game of Thrones, that was one of the most expensive scenes to film in all of Dubrovnik, because they basically had to ask all the restaurants and cafes to to close and they had to pay them out. And obviously there's a lot of cafes and restaurants along that strip that are quite expensive. Dubrovnik in general is one of the most expensive parts of Croatia. It actually is the most expensive part. Most restaurants are over 30% more expensive than other parts of Croatia because it is such a tourist hotspot.
Be very interested to do a comparison from here to Split and see exactly if that 30% rule is correct. Also Var as well, which is meant to be where the rich go to holiday, so we'll see if that is true.
So we are going to walk now to get what we've heard is the best ice cream or best gelato in Dubrovnik. It's very highly rated. It's called Dolce Vita, so we're going to see if we can find it. We're going to see if it lives up to the hype.
You're a gelato connoisseur as well, aren't you?
Absolutely. That's so rich.
Too much?
Probably too much.
So I went for one called Pepperlita, which is white chocolate, orange and almond, and honestly, it's very orangey, but it's so delicious. What's yours like, Hayden?
It's absolutely delicious. So we got hazelnut. The second scoop is called Domino. It's like chocolate, pistachio, well, dark chocolate. It's like super rich though, and some white chocolate on top. So
Can confirm this is one of the best ice creams I've ever had. And I feel like the more you eat it, the more the flavours like just develop from there. So now I'm getting all of the white chocolate bit, which is just pure white chocolate, and it's literally, I don't want it to end, but also 2 scoops of ice cream is a lot for me. I'm not normally an ice cream person, but would become an ice cream person for this.
so good. Amazing.
One of the things when we travel is we still want to value our fitness, and so today while Aiden's finishing off a bit of work, I thought I'd venture out to the nearest gym here. It's called Fitness Believe and it's completely empty. There was a couple when I came in. It is pretty small. It's just €10 for a one-day pass. Just leave some cash in the black box behind there, but getting a bit of a workout in. Just like that, we're done, and I'm going to take a walk back. And such a beautiful morning, such a beautiful day. Glad I got a workout in.
So we are in Blaze Beach, outside the castle walls.
Yeah.
So a pretty popular spot for people to come swim, cool off. That's hot in the city, in the old town, and a lot of people jump off these rocks as well.
Don't know how much you can hear, but the water is an incredible temperature here. Exactly what you need when you're walking around the old town on a busy day. Just, there's not too many people swimming here actually, so make sure you bring your swimmers if you're coming to the old town so you can enjoy this incredible scenery next to the walls as well. moved down to Banji Beach and we've just bought ourselves some lunch from the supermarket. We're doing it the budget way. It was €9.50 for a couple of sandwiches, a packet of bruschetta chips, which, by the way, if you can get these, make sure you do. And yeah, we're just gonna sit here, enjoy lunch, and have another swim after this. This place is definitely a lot busier than Lapad where we were yesterday, but I guess that's because of its close proximity to the old town. And this is what 150 Australian dollars per night can get you in Dubrovnik here in May 2024. Now, excuse the mess, we have been working in here for a few days now, but pretty spacious. It's got a lovely desk for us to be working on. We've been spending a lot of time here. Living area, and best of all, this incredible view. Considering Dubrovnik is the most expensive city here in Croatia, that's a pretty good deal. And of course we have this incredible view, but that does mean that there are a lot of steps to get up to this apartment, which I personally don't mind. But if you are wanting to get a taxi up here, Ubers are only around €7. And on that note, when we did arrive here by bus, we jumped into a local taxi and he told us he was going to put it on the meter, and I was like, great, this is amazing. But no, he actually massively overcharged us. When we looked on Uber, it was only around €8 to get from the bus station to here, but it ended up being €25. So if I was you, I'd just stick to Uber whilst you're here. So tonight we are celebrating something very exciting. I actually just got approved my permanent residency for Australia. So we're going to go to one of the top rated restaurants here in Dubrovnik. It's called the Taj Mahal, but it's actually Bosnian food. We've seen it recommended on a couple of blogs, but in 2023 it was actually made the Michelin guide as well. So super excited to try it. It's our first Michelin guide restaurant, so let's go check it out.
What do you think?
It was delicious. The meat was incredibly cooked. The sauces on the side were amazing. My only complaint is they could have had more.
And if you want, you just have to order more.
You're paying though, so.
True. Caught out again. Eating ice cream again.